Welcome back, everybody. As you've all seen us before, my name is Gecko.
I'm Nisha M, your Geek Mom.
And I'm Joe.
And today we're going to be discussing MegaCon 2018 Orlando, Florida. So who wants to start off with this one?
Wow, okay. So,
As we all stare
lively here because we have so much to think about and to really ponder. The thing is when you come back from a con, this is one day post. You're exhausted. Your mind is exhausted. The body's exhausted. Your emotions are like,
Emotions? You have emotions at this stage? I haven't gained my emotions yet. I'm still in the, I want to sleep. That's
right?
it. Nothing else.
What did they say? Call it con crud? Yeah.
Conitis.
Yeah, conitis. That's what I'm sure.
Yeah, I'd say by the end of last night, we were... Not even by the end. Halfway through yesterday, we were just ineloquent. Not even that. We just couldn't speak.
We couldn't find words for anything at all.
It's so hilarious.
And speaking to celebrities, and we're like, bleh, 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 bleh. What were we trying to say? Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was at the point of rambling. Like when I'm so tired, I get like delirious and rambly, and
Yeah. So how about some positive aspects of the con that you really enjoyed?
Oh, goodness. So, I mean, as we talked about in the past, Joe and I have been on the con circuit for a couple of years now, doing our Diversely Geek thing, spreading the message and getting interviews, etc. And every single experience is completely different, right? You want something new, you want something innovative, you want something fresh. And I kind of feel like this was a different con for what we've attended in the past. It wasn't as high-paced, which I thought was a positive. I mean, it was high-paced, mind you, because you had to run between panels and photo ops, etc. But that's going to be the nature of the con anyway.
It was a little bit more organized than last year.
But I thought it was more organized, yeah.
In certain aspects.
I mean,
I do think each year it gets a little more organized. They do take the feedback, from each year. So,
I feel like we were able to get to the majority of what we really identified as our loves and our passions. And so that was pretty cool, because a lot of times you come away and you're like, I missed so many things I wanted to do. And we're more experienced. Two, MegaCon with the Fan Expo, flavor is finding its own roots now, and so there's some stability coming into that, and so we're appreciative of that. I, of course, have my absolute con favorites, and we were going to identify today some of our favorite finds, the panels that we loved, and who we love talent-wise, and then what we look forward to.
There was definitely, I think, a focus on diversity in talent, not just in one aspect, but in multiple aspects. So that was nice. It still can obviously get better. Everything can have progress and growth. That was pretty great, and I do think definitely the organization of the overall structure has gotten better. Again, progress and growth.
My personal favorite aspect and the most positive part of the con for me was the two main stars of 2001 Space Odyssey, which is my third favorite film of all time. So, you see, she even agrees with me. It is a beautiful movie, and the fact that it's getting its 50th anniversary is awesome. And that was spread out throughout the con too.
Yeah,
the 50th anniversary trailer. I was like, oh my god.
That was in every panel, and it was honestly, it was really the way that they had that with like
that was
volume,
really,
the way it was shot. It was very intense.
And the panel, I have to go back. The panel that they did was so great. I mean, they did their little jokes about Star Wars and stuff like that they were asked by the moderator, like, what do you think of Star Wars, since it's the second most iconic sci-fi movie, and he's like,
Space.
really? Is it is it the second most iconic? I always thought it was like an amateur film or something. And everybody was so silent except two people. I was doing my little slow clap, and there was one other person that was clapping, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. I love these guys. Because
That's awesome.
Stanley Kubrick, for me, I mean, he is the man. And seeing these stories about Stanley Kubrick, my mind was blown on so many different occasions.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because you got to connect to their experiences with Stanley Kubrick and understand even more about
the psychosis that he has. It's great. There's just no other word for that man.
No.
It's pure psychosis.
Like, I guess technically favorite talent as well.
Yes.
Close.
And right after that is the X-Files crew that came. The 3 X-File crew members that came. That was phenomenal because that was another huge. That is probably in my top 5 favorite shows of all time.
Wow.
So considering that and the future of a few more actors that are coming to Orlando soon, I was completely like, oh yes, I gotta do this. Their panel wasn't as exciting though. Not as exciting as I wanted it to be. But, oh man, it was incredible. The 2001, and the one thing that I got out of the whole convention that I really loved was I bought a laser disc specifically for this convention of 2001 Space Odyssey with the original cover art. And I had both of them sign it.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, that's already framed and on my wall.
Those changes with the 2 actors going on, like A-list actors at the same time, but they still had a room packed full of people.
That's
I know
phenomenal.
that I feel like they were the underdogs kind of this convention. Because
they were absolutely the underdogs of the convention. And because we paid a lot of attention from them, because we were there from Thursday. So, let me tell you something. I went to all of the panels that we went through. The conversation in this panel is probably what it will be for Black Lightning on a regular basis. It's about this cast in these breakthrough roles bringing to life a story that was written way back in the when with a lot of foresight by DC Comics that at that time, we're looking back in the 70s, was already writing about socially embedded superhero with these superpowers that has so many layers to the storyline.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum and Elijah Wood were experiences all in and of themselves. Jeff Goldblum is an absolute ham, and he's hilarious. But I have to say, my favorite panel ended up being the one that was least like a panel.
Nope.
I don't think it was a panel at all.
We were all there.
Yeah, it was a half-hour improv comedy show by the one and only brilliant Catherine Tate.
Yes.
Oh my God. Are you bothered? Sorry, I had to do it.
And she said that line, which
She
Are you
did.
bothered? Are you bothered right now?
Oh.
Sorry.
I've honestly, in all the cons that we've been to, and as big as rooms as we've been in, I don't think I've ever heard, bar Star Wars Celebration, because, I mean, John Williams in a room, I heard an audience react the way they did the entire time through.
Correct.
Everyone was laughing, like at 100%. We were all like literally laughing out loud, completely engaged.
Yeah.
I think the thing that made it seem least like a panel is, and she pointed it out, is that Catherine kept walking back and forth and
the
back
camera
and
just
forth.
stayed still. It didn't even move around. They're like, nope, we're not doing this.
Yeah, and she hardly
made fun of
answered the
herself.
questions because the tangents that came kind of strayed away from the original question. But she did her best.
Multiple times.
Yeah, she did her best to make everyone happy. So who would you say that you enjoyed as talent-wise being able to like go up to, or I mean just their presence in this MegaCon?
Well, so Well, we got completely lost in the eyes of Elijah Wood, so let's just put that out there.
Let's not talk about it.
That man stares into your soul
He
and
literally
pierces you.
stares.
Oh.
See, we're all coming on the same page
Ocean
here.
teal, like bright blue, baby blue eyes are just like they read into your soul. It's
He focuses on the person speaking and
Yeah.
in a
Like,
way that I don't
Laser
even.
focus, dude.
And you're realizing that he's not just listening to your words, or maybe there's 1,000 other things going on behind those eyes, but yet you feel like he's just completely focused on you and the intensity. But like you described it yesterday, his energy is just
very calming.
pure calmness.
Like you think, and
It disarms all the negativity.
I think that's a testament to his character as a human being, and his panel definitely let shine just how wonderful a human being he is. He attributed all of that due to his mother. Talent that we love, definitely Jeff Goldblum. He was only there one day.
Dude, and they explained it what happened. He literally went through a whirlwind week. I mean, that
within
man.
5 days he traveled like the world. He came straight from London to MegaCon.
I'm amazed that guy was able to stand up and smile.
We don't
still,
even know, and yet he never cracked, man. He kept that beautiful.
He just had that
warm,
that
loving,
smile.
charming smile on him the whole time.
It's like, think about probably.
I mean, he was a little clueless at times.
Yeah,
when the dinosaurs came out,
we
but
could forgive that.
Well, I mean,
It was
but
like-
think about like dazed on like 2 hours of sleep,
yeah.
and this horde of dinosaurs just what? But like probably at least 10,000 people came through to see him.
Oh yeah.
I'd say
Really quick shout out to two of our absolute heart-to-heart faves, the Steven Universe cast. I just
Always
can't
wonderful.
even explain to you. We have a connection to them from past cons, and the love is so mutual. And
again, positive energies. If you ever have a chance to see the Steven Universe cast,
You really
even
need
if you
to.
don't really watch the show, just talking to them gives you an idea of what the show is even about, and experience with the positivity that show can bring. But because it's through those actors that positivity really shines. So yeah, shout out to Estelle, Michaela, Didi, and Zach. They are all really wonderful humans. Yes, Vanessa Marshall is one of the sweetest, most humble people out there. She's a voice actor. You will probably most likely know her from Star Wars Rebels as the voice of Hera. She's someone who has always been a champion again for Diversity Geek, but definitely in moving forward with discussion of mental health. And yeah, we definitely have to give those shout outs, because these are people who don't have to give time or energy to a cause, but will endlessly do so.
Yeah.
With no ask in return.
yeah, they're champions. They're absolute champions. And again, another
awesome.
person who remembered just from a heart-to-heart connection, and it just what it does for me. It's just I couldn't even explain to you. So that, and then we had another new fave, talent. Who,
Last shout out to someone new to knowing about Diversity Geek, but who was absolutely receptive and wonderful, and we look forward to at some point having on a Diversity Geek medium type of show. Is Amy Acker, the wonderful Amy Acker. You will know her from so many things. She is actually called a fan favorite. I'm pretty sure MegaCon labeled her panel fan favorite, Amy Acker, and it shows why when you meet her, she is literally this light, positive, radiant energy that is just so willing to give her time and love to everyone.
We've actually gotten to a point where we're really honing what we call a fave find, and what we feel will fit into the niche of our home and to the warmth that we're trying to build here. So I know you have something to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, we have no shortage of fandom finds. We actually started going, not really out of our way, but we make it a point to invest in what we feel is one of a kind. something that really can't be found anywhere else.
Yes.
Something very unique. And we definitely found that at this con. So big shout out to Cave Geek. We will put their information definitely down below more. But they are absolutely amazing. Actually, I think it's just the one artist. I don't want to butcher his name. Artist craftsman, Mr. Mendel. You can follow him at Cave Geek Art. And he does commission projects as well. To give you an idea of what he does these custom maps.
On parchment paper. Now, he does use different mediums. The one that we did not, gravitate to was the deerskin, which is custom embossed and etched.
This is
versions of these. For us, we definitely reached out for the parchment. And if we could even show it to you up close, maybe you could bring it close so they can see it. There's texture.
Yeah, these things are actual like ridges, and it's actually rugged, and oh my god, like I feel like this is a QVC commercial or something, but I'm serious. Like this actually, when I went back to see it because Nisha showed it to me, I fell in love with this, and I went back and it was completely sold out. I was like, oh, are you kidding me?
The detail is absolutely insane. To think that he starts
we were very
on the
lucky
medium.
to have gotten it on Thursday, first day.
Yes, to think that he starts on the medium that he does, and then it can translate to a paper like this, and even to a matte finish. The dimensions that even that flat surface can show is really a testament to his brilliance. So this is a map of Narnia, the world of Narnia. It's absolutely beautiful, and we loved this one. I had to get it mainly because of the amazing Aslan compass here.
Yes.
It just brings everything together. It just stands out, so it's not just a map. Two of our other favorites are going to be the wonderful world of Avatar, The Last Airbender, and technically Legend of Korra as well, but at this point it's the Avatar Last Airbender universe, and you can see that this is a map of the universe with the 4 elements in the corners, and what you can't see is that each ridge, honestly corner,
everything.
It has a texture to it.
And yes, for all of you Airbender fans, that is Ba Sing Se, just so you know. Right there.
Yeah, and I think that this blue is something that's absolutely stunning, and to have that coloring and make it pop, it's something so unique. I think that it did justice to the Avatar universe, which is not something that can be done easily. Just as
now this is what I fell in love with.
Okay, so the pièce de résistance. Okay, so
it blew my mind, honestly. Like this.
So all of our Tolkien fans, what you need to understand is this is a retrospective of The Hobbit. Mm-hmm. This is of The Hobbit and the battle, and all the writing you see is Dwarvish.
Point out whatever.
That is actually written straight out of the original book.
Yeah.
The map itself is a representation of the map that's in the original book. So it is not from the film, but of course is relevant to the film, right? And yes, this is definitely Smaug up there.
And you see the details. I mean, even the eye is illuminated, the scales on the... Oh, it's great. I mean, all it's missing is a little hole in his chest. And
I know, right? Because he has the head down. Otherwise, you'd be like, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is, even though it's a technical replica.
Remember, this is where the mountains are that they...
even though it's a technical replica of the map from the books and I guess subsequently the movies, it's something that's recreated in such a unique way.
I mean, it's right off the screen.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
This is the
technically right off the pages, and then influences the screen. I asked him that just to be sure. And the very first day, I asked him, what is his point of focus? Because all of these are film or series based, and this and Narnia are both book based. They're both retrospectives from the literary versions first and foremost. And of course, Airbender being a TV series is that's a retrospective that does come from the books, by the way, because there are maps in it.
That cross, yeah.
But I didn't go as into detail, but the other work that he does, it's not all maps. It's
there's like some comic covers.
But there
some original pieces. Like he said, he does commissions, so it's
absolutely. Emotional connection. I'm going to just tell you that. So, obviously we're gushing, so you can understand.
So is this our collective fave find, I guess?
Oh, yes.
Well, from us, yes, absolutely.
No, and for me too. Honestly, I didn't get a chance to actually purchase it, but I've already found out that he's actually going to be at DragonCon Atlanta. Yes. So anybody that wants to purchase one of these, you could purchase it online, and you could pay I think it's $10 for shipping, is what he had said.
Yep.
Or you could wait for DragonCon and go see him at DragonCon, which if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, please do. That is a fantastic convention as well.
Where we're in the works of working on it, we're going.
Yep.
Okay, so another fan fave for us, and this we were able to show you personally. I kind of wish that we had taken some pictures at Kevin's table. I have them, I just couldn't bring them to you today. Next to this, but this of course is, oh my God, blowing our mind, and probably will every day we look at it. Mm-hmm. We were really fortunate to have the talent of the DCEU, DC Universe, one of the main artists, and not comic book artists, not book artists, but actual artists. So when we fans out there get a chance to see these iconic images of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and that are then relevant to the TV shows, to the movies that are coming out, those prints, he's one of the main artists for that. So that work you're seeing, where you see the piercing eyes from Superman, the one that we fell in love with how many years ago, that's his work. That's Kevin Wood. So we were so fortunate to have an opportunity to meet with him. And we got to sign up for the prints for a new series of 5 pieces of the 5 female superheroes. What's relevant about it is that you're not seeing the superheroes from the comic book series or the TV series. They're actually everyday women.
So I think that wraps everything up pretty well about our MegaCon experience. I know
2018.
2018. We definitely tiredly trudged along and got through it. But it was overall a phenomenal experience. I think we can all agree that we had one of the best times that we've had at a convention.
Conventions are tiring. And it was something I think I mentioned to both of you, is that conventions are exhausting and just they wear you down. But at the end of the day, it's worth being so exhausted that you literally can't do anything but fall asleep at the end of the day, because the memories that you grow from these 3 days of being at these conventions, or 4 days depending on the con, are so phenomenal and so outweigh any sacrifice that you do for 4 days of just your feet. My ankles are so sore right now. I can't even stand for like 10 minutes at a time right now. I'm like, no.
But it's the social connections, it's the family connections, it's the community that you that become stronger, and you build positive relationships from. Yeah. So that's always what we look forward to for our cons and for MegaCon, because that was where we started, and I think we're gonna remain loyal.
It being our hometown, it's something that we always look forward to is that connection that we have with so many people. Not even just friends, but returning cosplayers, vendors, artists, even the talent. It's just all about connection. I know it's something that we all agreed on. Last night that we absolutely love about these conventions.
We're really happy that you took the time to be with us today.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
We look forward to seeing you. Definitely check out our new series, Diversity Geek Discusses, where we divulge into different forms of media, or even parts of our community where we just highlight diversity and acceptance. And
And that'll be coming out soon. We're collaborating on that one as well, and many more projects that we'll be working on together, including, of course, the photos that you saw. We're going to be doing.
Taste.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing retrospectives. We're going to be doing deep analysis. Nisha and I definitely want to do Lord of the Rings.
Yes,
and
that's coming.
That is going to be an in-depth study on that.
Yes, this was actually, it wasn't just our favorite finds, it was a little bit of a teaser for you. So the three pieces that you saw are subjects that will be upcoming in our Diversity Geek Discusses series.
And part of our discussions and collaboration.
With Man Bites Media.
Yep, and if you haven't seen Man Bites Media yet, please check us out. We're going to be having daily YouTube videos and a weekly podcast as well. That is just reviews of movies that are streaming on Netflix, Amazon, Hulu. We also have a series every month. We do Man versus Film, which is basically fandom versus fandom. We did DC versus Marvel, which Nisha was part of. And we're going to have many more. Hopefully in the future, before the end of August, we're going to be doing Doctor Who classic versus modern.
Yeah. Yes, and I've been a Whovian for 40 years, so I have a lot of input on that one. And then we're also going to be featuring time and space and relativity. Different take on time travel and the social connection to time travel and the possibilities that come with that. So that's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of thinking. So we really would appreciate it, and I'm sure you would, if they would give us some feedback and give us, when we put up our
let us know if there's anything that you want us to discuss or bite into.
No pun intended.
Well, I mean, definitely Diversity discusses Man Bites. So, let us know if there's anything you want us to discuss or bite into in regard to your favorite fandoms or books, movies, music, anything like that.
Theater.
Yeah.
Anything
honestly.
that's a fandom, we'll discuss. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, specifically where we can highlight aspects of diversity and acceptance. Just themes that are overall positive, and you may not see me in too many of the upcoming videos or at some of the conventions, but I am definitely still here and a part of everything.
Yes.
And thank you guys for staying till the end of the episode. My name is Gecko.
I'm Nisha M, your geek mom,
and I'm Joe with Diversely Geek.
We'll see you guys next time.